This is my warm-up. It's usually going to start with some sort of cardiovascular machine. 3 to 5 minutes, usually a full body one, more of a cross trainer or an aerodyne. But if I'm doing lower body, I can maybe do a treadmill incline. Let's just get my heart rate up, raise my body temperature, loosen up the joints, get the muscles a bit more warmed up, blood pumping. Then go into some SMR, self-myofascial release, actually self-myofascial rolling. SMR, self-myofascial release, but an old term now. But yeah, usually I'll go on to kind of like a menu. I'll pick 3 or 4 of the worst areas, the areas that I feel most kind of tight in or restricted. Here you can see that I'm doing the fronts of the legs, so kind of like hip flexors and quads, into the piriformis glutes and some thoracic extensions. Typically I'll scan the area and then I will hold down on it for about 30 seconds. And then I will articulate the joint, so whether that's kind of internal or external rotation, extending the leg, or for this one I like to sometimes just hold it in position just to get my body used to being in a more extended position. Into my the second part of my warm-up routine, the dynamic stretching part of it. I usually like to start off with the hips first of all, rather than the feet, just because I find it's quite hard for me to warm up. And bigger movements are more likely to get my temperature up quicker. So you've got some kind of knee to chest, you've got some kind of bum kicks, so kind of hip flexors, hams. And then typically I'll do the kind of the leg swings with a bent knee into the leg swings with a straight leg, because by that point that's kind of like a regression to progression, usually a little bit more flexible at this point. Got a background in taekwondo, so usually some kind of axe kicks. Here we've got an open and closed gate, which is more of a regression of what I then do next, which is some inner and outer crescent kicks, so kind of like a more demanding dynamic stretch. Sometimes I can use my hand as a bit of a target. Opening up the inner outer hips, some nice long lunges. From here, this is a bit of a torso twist with a knee to the opposite side. Then it's a little bit quick here, but these are some thoracic rotations. I'm trying to keep my hips still. Then I'm moving up and going into chest and shoulders, multi-directional hugs. Then I'm going into shoulders. I might do some towel ringers beforehand. Then once I've done the kind of full body, then I'll start to go into, when I'm kind of warm, I'll start to go into some funny walks, as I call them. So I've got heel raises, toe raises, feet out, feet in, on the blades of the feet. And then I'll even do like a dinosaur walk for the soleus as well. So I've kind of hit quite a few things there. Then I'll go into some runs, forwards and backwards. Some lateral running, so I'm trying to get like as much kind of 3D movement as possible, which then explains when I'm doing the lateral run with kind of like 180 rotations, transverse plane. Backwards running, just to kind of get the kind of knee flexion, hamstrings engaged. Karaokas, just again to get that 3-dimensional movement. Some skips, I still need to work on my skipping movements. That's something I'm going to work on and be practicing, especially the B skip, a bit slack there. Part 3 is typically activation. I use a corrective exercise model, so it's kind of like a self-myofascial release or rolling into dynamic stretching, into activation of the underactive muscle. Then I'll go into some sort of mobilization. Then I'll typically, if I'm doing a workout, will go into strengthening. Here you see what I call like a sprinter, so that was the glute max with a little heel tap on the floor. Now this is the glute med, and also some glute max as well, balancing, activating the glutes, typically not an underactive area for me, but just comparatively to the anterior chain. Might do a few RDLs, just to work on balance a little bit more. And then I've got some dead bugs as well for the TVA, usually pretty strong in this part, but it just does loosen up the hips and the lower back. Going into my mobilizations now, world's greatest stretch with some thoracic rotation, open books into some kind of windmills, and then maybe one shoulder car as well. Same thing on the other side. Also working on hip flexion and extension from that world's greatest position. Then I'm going to go into the the name of this now, kind of toe touch to kind of hamstring extension, so hamstring flexion and extension, knee flexion and extension, bit of calf work there, some internal and external rotation of the hips, also thoracic extension when I was doing that kind of like the tall squat position.
Same on this, a little bit of kind of like a spine curling and unfurling, if you will. More like 90-90 transitions. I might sometimes allow the torso to rotate to get more movement, and then kind of progress it to less torso movement, and then no torso movement at all. And there we've got some open books into some low-level plyos, single leg hops, double leg hops, and jacks.